Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Vritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshini. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki. O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 13th adhyaya of Kshetra, Kshetradnya, Vibhag Yoga, and Sri Krishna is, he has told us so many times now that how we can become one with that ultimate reality. That how knowing some things that are happening in this universe, knowing some things that are happening in this arena of the Prakriti, we can get this entire knowledge of the Purusha, of Prakriti, of we, of this creation. And having known those little things, we can come to know the whole knowledge. We can get the knowledge in its totality, like checking 2 or 3 grains of rice when it is cooking. We know that entire rice in that pot is cooked. We need not keep on pressing all those grains, whether it is cooked, whether it is cooked. So Sri Krishna has given some kind of clues how you just know this and you will know everything. Yaha pashyati sa pashyati. One who sees this, one who understands this, understands everything. Gets the entire knowledge in its all totality. In the 29th Shloka that we read last, Sri Krishna again had told us that know this and you will know everything. Prakrityaiva cha karmani kriyamanani sarvashaha tathatmanam akartaram. Know for sure that it is the Prakriti alone who is herself on its own, constantly engaged in performing all the activities. Prakritihi cha karmani kriyamanani. She is doing everything. Sarvashaha. And what is the status of our Mr. Parabrahman? Tatha atmanam akartaram. Mr. Purusha, Mr. Parabrahman, Mr. Paramatman, he is aloof of everything, he is actionless. It is a Prakriti alone. Whatever is happening around us is because of that Mahamaya, that Shakti, that Prakriti element of the Purusha. That housewife who is constantly working, as in the example of Sri Ramakrishna. The housewife is constantly working. And this is what is happening in this creation. It is the Prakriti alone who is all the time busy in this process of creation, preservation, destruction. Everything that is happening is within this cycle of creation, preservation, destruction. Our everyday life is in this cycle of creation, preservation, destruction. Every day, every new moment gets created. We live in that every moment, and that every moment passes away. It is happening with us day in and day out, moment in and moment out. All of us, this entire creation, this is happening. But the Lord, the ultimate, the chief of the house, that person is actionless. He has got nothing to do with any of these things happening. But these things are happening very much under his notice, under his sphere, under his gamut. This is what Sri Krishna says, that yaha pashyati sa pashyati. One who knows this knows everything. This is what we had read. Now let us see in 30th shloka what Sri Krishna is further going to tell about such a person who has started, such aspirant who has started walking on this path. He might have chosen any path. He might have chosen dhyana yoga, jnana yoga, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, as he had told, Sri Krishna had told. All these paths, they take you to the same goal. Now, what happens of such a person who has taken up the path of meditative contemplation, who has taken up the path of gaining scriptural knowledge, understanding that ultimate reality through scriptural knowledge, jnana yoga, who has taken up the path of yoga, those stringent, the spiritual practices, as Patanjali has, advised in the Yoga Sutras, or a poor, simple child of the Lord, the Bhakta, he has taken up that path. What happens of such people who are treading this path? So Sri Krishna is further telling on the fate of such travelers, the fate of such spiritual aspirants, the fate of such sadhakas. Sri Krishna says, yadā bhūtapruthagbhāvamekasthamanupaśyati tata vistāram brahma sampadyate tadā. Now, while walking on this path, while assimilating the words of Sri Krishna, while assimilating the teachings of Sri Krishna, when we start walking on this path, and while walking on this path, whichever path we may choose, when ultimately we come to this understanding, when ultimately we come to this gaining this knowledge, to gain this enlightenment, that yadā bhūtapruthagbhāvamekasthamanupaśyati, one who sees all this diversity in the creation, bhūtapruthagbhāvam, whole variety of beings, all this diversity, the multitude in this creation, one who says that ekastham, this diverse creation is rested in the same place, in one place only. This whole creation is under the spell of same space. We are all resting in the same space. We are all resting in the same reality. And tata evacha vistāram, and that one reality has spread through all these diverse beings. The diverse beings resting in the same place, resting in that ultimate one. Where are we resting otherwise? If you look at it, there used to be one, message which was vastly forwarded and shared in the social circles, social media, that we are sitting in our home. Now, where is our home? Our home is in the locality of the city where that locality is. Where is the city? This is in some district. Where is the district? This is in some state. Where is the state? It is in some country. Where is the country? It is part of that continent. Where are all these continents? They are on the earth. Where is earth? Earth is in the solar system. Where is the solar system? Our solar system, the sun and the 9 planets. We are all part of that mighty galaxy, the Milky Way. And there are millions and millions of such. So imagine what is our position in this creation. We sitting in our room. But we are still part of that creation. Be proud that I am part of that creation. Be proud that I am part of that ultimate reality. It is not insignificant. We may look on the scale of vastness, we may look significant. insignificant. We may look insignificant. In that scale, when we think of millions and millions of Milky Ways, and in those Milky Ways, one Milky Way of ours, in that Milky Way, one solar system of ours, in that solar system, one Earth of ours, in that Earth, one continent of ours, one country of ours, one state of ours, one city of ours, in that city, one locality of ours, in that locality, this house of mine looks so very insignificant, isn't it? But still, we are part of that creation. And who is the creator? Prakriti is the creator. We are part and parcel of that Prakriti. And who is Prakriti? Prakriti is no way different from the Brahman. Prakriti is the Shakti of the Brahman. Prakriti is the Maya. Prakriti is the enchantress of that Brahman. Another projection of that Brahman. So be proud. We are all part of that. Maybe in this fragile body, maybe in this, temporary abode of cage of bone and flesh, but we all belong. The real dweller inside belongs to him. The bodies may go, the cities may go, the districts may go, the states may go, the earth may go, for that matter, the solar system may go. The Milky Way may go, all those creations may go, but the ultimate reality remains ever, forever. And the one dwelling inside is no other than that person. And the same principle is there in all of us. Whether we are human beings, we are animal beings, whether we are plant kingdom, whether we are the material beings in terms of non-moving beings in this creation, we are all part of that. So, Sri Krishna says, once who understands this, and that ultimate one has evolved in the form of all these, which is one day going to perish, which is one day going to be destroyed. But the principle inside, the indweller inside, is ever going to remain the same. Now, Swami Chidbhavananda has given this example here while commenting on this particular verse. When he realizes the whole variety of beings, the whole diversity of beings as resting in the one with the capital O, and is evolution from that one, then he becomes Brahman. Then he becomes Brahmajnani, she becomes Brahmajnani. That is the Atmajnana that we get. And the example that he has given is of the ocean, of the sea. The wave, the sea is comprised of so many things. Waves, billows, ripples, tides, breakers, the froth. When we sit on a seashore and we keep on looking at the sea, we see the ocean, fine, we see the sea. But that sea is comprised of so many things. There are those millions and trillions of waves. Individual wave has its own existence, no doubt. But when we look at it, we see, oh, the sea is looking so beautiful. That sea has all those, waves on it, the billows on it, the ripples on it, the tides on it, the froth. When the wave hits the land portion, how much of froth is created. That is also a part of the ocean, isn't it? Now, we don't say that froth is different from the ocean. That froth is very much the part and parcel of that vast ocean. That single wave is very much a part and parcel of that vast ocean. That single ripple is very much a part and parcel of that vast ocean. The potentiality of sea expresses itself in all these forms. So one ocean is expressed in all these diverse forms. Similarly, the Prakriti expresses herself in the form of all of us, all these diverse creations, all these diverse children of hers. We are all the part and parcel of the same Prakriti. Whichever form, we may be froth, we may be tide, we may be wave, we may be ripple, But we are all part and parcel of that one ocean. And that one ocean has evolved in all these different multitudes, in all these diversities, in all these diverse forms. In this manner, the inscrutable Maya Shakti inherent in Brahman manifests itself as the diverse multitudinous beings resting on Brahman. We are all resting on Brahman only. There is no other support for us for that matter. We are all resting on the Brahman. Howsoever different we may be from one another, in terms of appearances, in terms of so-called intelligence, in terms of so-called sex, in terms of so-called statures, in terms of so-called physics, we are all different from one another. But we are all resting on that same Brahman. We are all evolved from that same Brahman. And neither the beings nor the Shakti who is their root is extraneous to Brahman. We are not away from it. The moment this whole creation gets dissolved in the Brahman, we become one with it. So one who understands this right here, sitting in this room, Sri Krishna says that the moment one understands this ultimate truth, one becomes Brahmajnani. One gets that ultimate knowledge and one becomes one with Brahman. Brahma sampadyate tadā. Nothing else is required then. Sri Ramakrishna has beautifully quoted, he always, in one of his teachings, always used to focus on this. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, the static Brahman and the kinetic Shakti are in fact one and the same. What Sri Krishna told in the previous Shloka, that all action is the Prakriti. Sri Ramakrishna is saying that Brahman is actionless, Brahman is static, but Shakti is kinetic. The Prakriti is kinetic, the Maya is kinetic. The static Brahman and the kinetic Shakti are in fact one and the same. The absolute Satchidananda Brahman is also the omnipotent, omniscient and all blissful cosmic mother. Mother rests in the Purusha. Prakriti rests in the Purusha. So Purusha and Prakriti are no way different. As fire and heat are one and the same, Brahman and Shakti are inseparable, are the same. So, like we cannot imagine a fire without any heat, isn't it? Fire and heat, they go hand in hand, and it is the inherent nature. Like that, Sri Ramakrishna says, Brahman and Shakti, they are the same. Shakti rests in Brahman. Shakti cannot be different from Brahman. And since we are all have been evolved by Shakti, then we are no way different from Shakti. We are no way different from Brahman. And that is the ultimate knowledge. One who understands this, that when we see all this diversity around, we have so many prejudices, we have so many opinions about one another, the pleasant, unpleasant, all that kind of thing. It vanishes the moment one gets to this understanding that we are all resting on the same Brahman, on the same plane we are. And we all are evolved out of the same ultimate reality. When this reality dawns, when this spark of knowledge ignites in one's mind, in one's understanding, then what happens? Brahma sampadyate tadā. Sri Krishna says, when such a state comes with the sadhaka, when the aspirant gets into such a state of understanding, then she becomes one with the Brahman, Brahma sampadyate. And then there is no more coming back. Then there is no more entrapment in the net of Maya and coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. It is all goodbye. Just let me rest in my final abode. That is what happens as assured by Sri Krishna in this 30th Shloka of the Kshetra Kshetradnya Vibhag Yoga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.